Hello there, Brent here from CustomChallenge, and as you'd probably guessed, this is another Titanfall weapon video. Today I'm going to be talking about the Smart Pistol, MK5. Now, the Smart Pistol is a very unique weapon, and it was also one of the most controversial weapons of the game. Now, the Smart Pistol has two firing modes. If you aim down the sight, it's a semi-automatic firing mode. You manually pull the trigger, you manually aim. If you fire from the hip, as you'll see on the screen right about now, it automatically locks on to targets inside of the targeting brackets. And if you let it lock on completely to the point where the mark over the target turns red, it'll kill. Now, this is controversial because people thought it would be a, I guess you could say a skill killer, like you don't need that much skill to use it. However, this isn't entirely true, because if you approach another player head on, it's likely that they will kill you before you actually get a solid lock to take them out. However, if you manage to play stealthy and you can sneak up on them and actually keep them within your range, within targeting long enough, you can get that kill. However, the length of time it takes, you could have easily killed them with any other weapon by the time it locks on. So basically, you really have to flank, you really have to get behind your opponents, and if you're going after a pilot, you don't want to be taking shots at other enemies like grunts or specters that are nearby. So that being said, up against grunts and specters, it locks on almost immediately. To a grunt, which takes one hit, it locks on in like less than a second. To a specter, which can take 2 to 3 hits, you know, again, it locks on really fast. So it's really good for taking out those groups. Now, the attachments on this weapon, there are no sights. Sorry about that. I'm feeling a little bit of a runny nose this season. So, where was I? Right, the attachments. There's no sights for this weapon, so there's nothing in that category. However, the secondary attachment slot, there's the extended magazine, which does what you'd expect. It extends the magazine, gives you more shots. There is the enhanced targeting, which is interesting because it locks on to, the pistol will then lock on to targets faster and at a longer range. However, you're decreasing the size of your scope, so it won't work on as much of the screen as usual. Then the last one, which is the one I'm running on here and the one I recommend, is the suppressor. The reason I recommend this is because this weapon, like I said, is not particularly good against pilots if you're giving away your position every time you fire. However, if you can stay off the minimap and keep things quiet, you can get some, you know, it makes things a lot easier. And you know, if another pilot's not finding you, you can feel free to go through more of the grunts, which is what I pretty much recommend this weapon for. And, what was it that I was gonna say? I had this whole thing figured out before I started. Oh yeah. The gun, in general, overall, it's okay, but it's not, like, great. It's really fun to use. It's one of very few weapons that can actually be used with the run and gun perk, which is what I like to run. I like to run suppressor and run and gun, so not only am I staying off the minimap, but I keep moving just to stay away from other pilots. Alright. Last thing to say is the situations I would use this in, pretty much certain game modes work a little better for this than others. For example, attrition, since any kill you get kind of counts towards attrition points, and if you can go through an entire drop pod of grunts or specters incredibly fast, it really helps. And before you say grunts and specters are useless, there's a clip coming up right here where I don't know what gives. I ran out of ammo, and I kind of derped. I just kind of stood there, and he killed me. So it happens, you know, to the best of us. I'm not saying I'm the best, but I'm just saying that, you know, getting killed by an AI happens occasionally. So, yeah, pistol, smart pistol, it's, again, it's decent against bots. It's barely, I guess, passable against players. I mean, you have to kind of flank and get that targeting lock on them before they notice. And I would recommend it for attrition and similar game modes, but otherwise I would not generally recommend the Smart Pistol. So this has been Brent from Custom Challenge, talking about the Smart Pistol, saying challenge complete, and enjoy the rest of this gameplay.
Nice moves. Not much time left in the mission, but the IMC aren't far behind. Let's stay on top and end this fight.
Pilot, your Titan will be ready in 2 minutes.
Awesome work, team. Mission accomplished.
I'm detecting incoming IMC dropship. Take out the IMC before they have a chance to escape.